Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back. Back again to the root of today. Thank you very much for you being there and being tuned. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're coming from. Thank you very much for you being tuned and locked in because we have much of the things to come out with. Today, we're going to be having some happiness a little bit here because we should not be stuck at the same mood of, oh, the mood is so bad. No. It's going to, going to be, going to see, reat, going to D, yeah. Riaman, and making sure that we are bad man, Hilta Skelton, Babylon kills last year. That's how we're going to be democratizing and starting this kind of the video on 2nd April 2025, as you have already been tangling to make sure that you're going to be checking on the video. It's going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. And here we go, guys. We really appreciate the time that you have ever been taking so as you can just contribute. Yesterday, some of the people talk about Ogintu. We are so sorry. Thank you very much for everyone who has been tuned. And going to be making sure that I'm going to be having much of the things coming to you. Not every time should be in a dull moment. Whoa! And every time is chasing here and down, west and south. It has been, Mickey Mouse, whoa, Mickey Dog, whoa, Mickey Cat, whoa, Mickey. It has been Mickey. But this kind of the time round, we are making sure that you're going to be having this kind of the moment coming to you live. And much of the people are talking about Ogintu. Right now, you have the voice that yesterday you were talking about with. That voice was voicing. You know, the moods differ, guys. And whenever we talk about the moods differ, it means that everything is getting to the it's easy time. And for the fact is, there's no much of running east, west, and south here, making sure that we are enclosed A, B, C, D. No more time of such kind of the running here and there. The fact is we are stuck to the real point of making sure that we're going to be getting forward despite the challenges that we're going to be having. But what we need is getting forward. So as long as the G Castle is moving on, as long as everything is moving as accordingly, we are making sure that we are moving forward. Very fantastic. So for the updates of today, guys, we are having a very good moment here as we're going to be commencing on much of the things that are still ongoing at the G Castle here, because we have much of the things still to come, and much of the things going to be coming in a secret way, because much of the people now are discovering what Gintu going to be doing, and they're going to be coming to make sure that they're coming to block that kind of the place. And if I can talk about tomorrow I'm going to be going to Migori so I can just do some thrift shopping. Whenever I go to Migori, I'll find there people waiting for me. That's how they're going to be waiting for Gintu. But right this kind of the moment, we're going to be working in a slow motion. I don't have to make sure that we are giving them much of the things for them to come and attack, because they're always watching. That is the real fact about how everything is going. And Nyaboanse telenovela and shenanigans, they still exist. Because whenever we talk about that one, whenever I was ever talking about, you know what, there's a person who is called the Sausage Girl. If somebody saw the comment section yesterday, it was so lit in Kenge's video, because she was talking about love, you know. And when I was talking about, do you know that Argentina long doesn't have a point in making sure that she's going to be aligned and to the position of a wife material, and people are not even discovering it. Yesterday, the point was pointing, because the Sausage Girl thinks about she's the only one whom she has to be placed at home. She was talking about love, this kind of the people. It's the fact, because when we always talk about this kind of the things are this way, they're coming to talk about, this kind of the people they are putting, and just remember that last time they were looking for me and Muge, so you can just be aligned in court and arraigned in police custody. And what the only thing they need is money for transport. Whenever you see much of the people are concentrated, you know, we are making, you are putting money here, we are putting money there for this kind of the people to come and come for you, or you are putting money there. They are making sure that whenever they catch up with the game, what they need is the refund of the money and addition of money, so they can just continue to purchase cement, they can just travel, they can fuel their cars, because right now the person who was fueling the cars of Lady J, she is already gone. So he is looking forward to make sure that Gintu, they're going to be looking forward to make sure that the fueling of car is coming from Gintu. Stupidity of the highest order. So even the conduct, what I can just talk about is how the things are going, because he was ever talked about. He was called so as he can just talk about what does he need from Gintu. Is he in YouTube? What does he know about the YouTube? Why is he coming to attack Gintu? Why couldn't he go and allegate this kind of the things? Is he a YouTuber? Why is he coming to Gintu and finding Gintu and coming to talk about Gintu should be shot and be deleted? If it could be the other side, guys, I'm telling you this as a fact, it could be something which is so krakatooing. Why am I saying so? It means that if it could be the other side, that Gintu is the one who has talked about shoot to delete this kind of the person, or I will delete you whatever, where you ever go. I could be talking about, now Gintu A, Gintu B, promising to delete this, whatever happens. But whenever it comes to Gintu, they're talking about, why are always talking about it? They are talking this way. But whenever that's the fact that they wanted. When yesterday it reached a time when I was talking about this kind of the people are doing some of the krakatoos of the moment and talking about, my dogs have been already disappearing. And much of the people, I think they were so happy talking about, we want it to happen to Gintu that way, because that's the moment they need, and they like such kind of the moment. But when we come to the realization of the time is that they think about they're going to be doing something which is terrible, something which is unconditional, something which is exponentially not even vivid to our own response time. We talk about this, the krakatoos of the moment. We talk about the hula baloos, the ha ha ha, the yeah, the mayang yang yang, the guang guang guang. That's the fact, because every time is Gintu woo, Gintu B, yeah. And we're going to be making sure that we are moving forward despite the challenges we're going to be passing. And this is the hard time, because right now it has been a hard time for Gintu. There's 2 weeks ago, Gintu was being running east, west, and south. And some people are talking about, that's the moment we need Gintu to run from here to there. Gintu running from here to there. And when it comes to the real time, I'm going to be coming and shifting maybe to other people, because right now there's no more of the running, and there's not much of the hesitation of this kind of the moment, because and I talk about an immigrant, a person who is not born here, cannot come to insinuate much of the things to Gintu, yet you came. And this is just, I ever talked about the warnings that are going to be coming. And you're going to be see the effect, because things are going to be changing with time. I don't have, do you know the time is the best moment? When you talk about the time, so much of the people are talking about Gintu file the cases here and there, guys, the time. Because I can tell you that the first lawyer that I got, I don't have to repeat that word, because it is krakatooing, because I got very much calls from the in-laws, you know where the in-laws are, and talking about, you're going to be having our own lawyer, so this and that and this. Yeah, I don't have to get such kind of the shenanigans, because things are still prevailing, very underground, very underwater. That is underwater. It's going to be coming very fantastic, and keep it tuned, because much of the things are still coming, and this is the fact. And to the real conscience of the time, when I knew that much of the people are still ruled with a lot of money, so they can just keep themselves silent. And whenever Gintu calls that, I have a problem, east, west, and south, they talk about, okay, I'm going to be checking on it. But it will end up whenever now they want to get Gintu restrained, and they only talk about, now, well, even as we are looking for you, if I can just report a case in Nyabuans that there's no matter can just happen, it means that people are still put in the forum. People are still in the forum. People are gaining money outside here and talking about, this is what, this is A. Even much of the advocates right now, they're put in the pocket. They're making sure they're going to be collecting a lot of money. Right now, even in Migori, in Migori County, there's nothing you can just talk about. You're going to be going and talking about, I want a law firm. In Migori here, there's nothing you can ever find. I'm telling you that's a fact, because already the phone calls have been called there, and everybody is aware of who is Gintu. That's the fact. So I cannot prevail to go in such kind of a place right now, because you understand what is really coming out. And the real effect is, I think it's much of the jealousy. And I'm going to be making sure that I'm securing my place. And much of the people are talking about Gintu, you could not be building the G castle right now. You could have started with the perimeter wall. But guys, to the real the push that were coming from this other side, talking about, we are living in mad houses here. And some people talked about you could be embarrassed. And the real fact is, we wanted to show people that it's not that you're the only people who are blessed with God, so as you can just start building your own big bigger constructions here, maybe having your own construction. Remember that everybody is small. But I mean, right now, wherever I've just reached here, it's a continuous of right now, it's 3 months onto the line. And the G Castle is moving rather than a person who stopped 2 years ago and now is coming up, think about, is now starting the foundation. We understand lack of money sometimes, and you know it. And it's not a matter of, you have to come with the shagarabaga reaction east and west and south and make sure that everyone likes the reaction, how it's going to be coming. And everybody, I saw much of the people talking about, Kenge has done very fantastic things, striking much of the channels. Do you know that the channels are going to be coming out booming than everything else? And the fact is, we are now moving from how they ever thought about, this kind of the people going to be living in mud are going to be completely taking off. This kind of the mud houses very, very soon. And I'm going to be commencing that kind of the platform of perimeting our compound and making sure that we are so secure. And when we should be so secure, we're going to be making sure that this kind of the mud houses are enclosed in and demolished and be placed to the other side where the talk about the formulation and of the bricks are continuing, because that is the position that we need to have much of the bricks. And this kind of the mud house, it can never go in vain, because we're going to be using the same mud to make sure that we are formulating the bricks. We are using the same iron sheets here to make sure that we are doing something else. Maybe talk about the cows, maybe something else. And people are going to be checking the differences between Gintu and the other cospams of, they're talking about the cosquams of talking about the hula baloos of the moment. Things are going to be changing. We don't have much of the time to hesitate and talk about, it's worse, because I've been running like something else. It has been like a squirrel. I'm just that's the point that they want Gintu to see. Gintu every time he's talking about, guys, I've been chased today, I've been attacked today. That's the moment much of the people want. But when it comes to my leg here, whenever I squat, like putting my leg this way, it's becoming like hot. Have you ever, it's now hot and hottest, because this kind of the people, the intention was to break my leg, and to break my leg so I cannot run and they catch up with me. That is the point that much of the people are thinking about, and the goons. But the effect is I'm recovering and I'm going good. And even the dogs that they took, I've had the link that one dog was tied, and it's in one a place. We're talking about one of the places, and I'm gonna be not mentioning it because already I've been told that it was put the chain, and it was delivered to that kind of the position, because the dogs I have, whenever you cherish with them here and there, that's the bad moment with the coco dogs, because whenever you come here 2-3 days and they know you can even come and touch it, you can tie it, you can go with it. That's the difference between the coco dog. And I cannot talk about it's they're bad, but the defect is that's how they were built, and no, that's how they were born, and that's their nature, and that's how they go to just go forward, because that's the moment. But I'm going to be checking on it, because I've already been getting a link where one of it has been chained and it was derived, because much of the people are talking about, do you want that kind of, they're going to be, but I'm going to be coming to that kind of the point whenever I got one, because I'm still ongoing with the investigation where it was being derived from, and the person who took it from me, because they can come with their herbs, guys. I'm telling you, the herbs out idea. People can just use the herbs, talk about, come here. Put a meat there, and whenever it eats, put the chain. You can just go with it. That's the defect that is coming out. And I'm going to be making sure that you are getting the real fact on what is coming out. Very fantastic. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. Very much respect to everyone who has been tuned and locked in to make sure that you are watching the videos A to Z and keeping it in locked. And much of the things that will be coming to you, there's no much of a hesitation or understand how I'm right now here to make sure that everything is very compassionate and moving forward. That is the best moment that we've ever been looking for, and we are looking for. What we need is a peace, and right now there's no more about this kind of the people, guys. That's the fact. And let's show them that we can do it without them. And they think about, whenever Gintu is talking about this one, I'm depending on them. I'm back to the game. Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back. It's Gintu back again to the root of today. And here we are. It's one-on-one live coverage that we're coming out from at home here, G Castle here. And we are making everything to go very straight. So I have much of the duties here today a little bit, because I want to arrange much of the staffs here, because we are progressing with the G Castle construction here. We have this kind of the staffs. They're called like a triangle donkeys here. So they're going to be used a little bit to make sure that
everything is squeezing forward, because if you don't have this kind of the stuffs here, you're going to be having a little problem here because of going up, because I'm going to be making sure that the other side of the G castle is going to be placed with the blocks that they are being formulated inside there. So we are having this kind of the stuffs here. They're going to be helping in terms of climbing up. They're like climbers, triangle climbers. They're going to be helping in terms of standing to help somebody to go up and to the construction. So they're so unique in their construction here. So everything is working good, and we are progressing the way everything has to go on, and everything is coming to you live, which is one-on-one, and we are making it happen, because we are now getting to the mode, because it has not been so easy. The dogs are here a little bit, and the females are here, and everything is going okay. So guys, as everything has been progressing very successful, I just made sure that I reported this kind of the case, because I told the area chiefs here, the area village elder, so they can just make sure that everything is handled very fantastic. So we are again going much to have much over the papers that are going to be coming in. There's not much of the problem about that one, so we have to get forward. That is what we are getting here. So guys, the work of today is to make sure that I'm getting a good quotation to have a perimeter wall, and I talk about the top mason is still ongoing with making sure that the G castle is progressing in terms of the tiling, and also after they're going to be democalizing down here, so as you can just have a quotation, and I'm going to be placing the quotation one-on-one, so as people can just check about what is going to be getting forward. So I'm going to be having a perimeter wall coming very, very soon, as far as everything is in concern. So the place and the area that we're going to be having at the perimeter wall, it's going to be passing and leaving a little bit of a road here from you can see the G castle where it is, and the passway here. So it's going to be passing through this kind of the trees here, and accelerating to the front area there. So when I'm going to be placing this kind of the perimeter wall, it will mean that I'm going to be having getting out this kind of the mud houses that are inside here, and like here it's a kitchen, that's a kitchen, and a one bedroom here of the house girl a little bit, and to make sure that everything is fantastic, it's going to be transferred to the top side when I will have the perimeter wall passing through outside here. Talk about from this kind of the log here, it's going to be going to the far end to join the far house there that the bricks are being democalized there. It means that we're going to be having a good a space area here that we're going to be constructing this kind of the kitchen coming in. So it will be passing through this kind of the area to accelerate the front yard here, and also get this kind of the houses inside. I'll talk about inside the home, to make sure that they're going to be getting out when we shall have enclosed the whole area, to make sure that everything is so fantastic. So it will come and land onto this corner of this house here, and we're going to be making sure that we are getting the mud houses, all of them outside. And it's our dignity, and much of the people that are talking about, oh, this kind of the mud houses are this way, this kind of the mud houses are this way, but the real fact that is coming out is we ever grew up in this kind of the mud houses. We ever lived in this kind of the mud houses. Whoever is talking about when you are still living in mud houses here, you will be stupid enough, because this is where the reproduction came from. This is where the legacy is. This is where our culture, our customs are lying, because from this one here, it was one of the very best developed houses that came out in that kind of an era, and this was the best moment whenever even your parents, whenever they could be building this kind of the mud houses, you are referred that this kind of the people, they're living in a good stable life. And up to date, there are people who are living in huts, there are people who are living in such kind of the houses. But it's not a slouching good when a person comes out and talk about, oh, you will never progress because of this and that, this, and doing some terrible things to much of the people. But what they don't understand is everybody has his own legacy. Talk about Ginto has his own legacy. Ginto has his own talk about history, that you can just talk about, okay, this is the history
history. This is how it has been. This is how it's gonna be up to date. But some people come out and talk about, oh, you know, you will ever be poor because of, I don't know why they think about it's because of how you are and how decent you might be coming out, and they think about they're the only people who are given the mandate to build only the permanent houses, and it's because of some small issues of talking about oh, why don't you want other people to progress? Why do you want yourself only to progress? This progress, I see much of this kind of a goat. They're gonna be finishing my maize here. Jesus. Hey, stop there. Where, Nikki? 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 What, Timori? Nikki, how you are? I'll tell you, so curious, Kuman. So guys, I'm checking on the goats here a little bit. So ata kono ere mahindi kono kweri han. Kana hano kugiruse. Yeah guys, and we are progressing. So this kind of how the staffs are going right now, we talk about we are progressing good, and we should have that kind of the legacy to prevail with, apart from having that kind of a moment, because much of the people can come to your life, not that they will come in a good way, but they will come so as they can humiliate you, and the only intention they have is to make sure that they are tormenting your life. They are coming to your life to make sure that you are demoralized. So as them, they should progress on themselves, but not other people, and which is becoming so hectic in a way that they should demoralize you not to progress and become like, oh, you are having a little bit of this kind of the problem, and coming with much of the unconditionals, talking about, oh, this kind of the people should be done this way because of not going hand in hand with us. Who told you that everybody should go hand in hand with you? The fact has to come out that everybody has his own strategy. Everybody knows on how we should move forward, in which kind of a way, in what way, and how are we going forward. Look at when I always talk about I want to rectify the mistakes where possible. We are rectifying and making sure that there's no one who is targeted badly, because even us, when we are targeted badly, we talk about, we understand each other, and we talk about this is how it should go. Right now I've just spoken with my father here a little bit, and is having much of the claims and talking about much of the things, how they're gonna be coming. They're gonna be now getting to his own brim, because you know, he was an ex-soldier. So when he is coming to and getting this kind of the things coming this way, it's gonna be like they're stressing some people. They're making other people to look like they are no longer available. And when this kind of the people want to attack into, they are coming, and when they find my father, they are not even talking about, hey, how are you? No, they're just bypassing him like a dog, and they're bypassing him like somebody who is not available. Yet they are coming to his own position. Do you think that next time they will ever have this kind of the moment again, coming and talking about this and this? It will be so hectic and califragistically bad when we come to the real fact of the time. So right now, guys, we are making a very good and exceptional changes that are going to be coming right now, because we are at a very high risk of right now, because much of the people are targeting into, and I was talking about it. Look at when this kind of the people are talking about Gintu should be shot, Gintu should be deleted in this kind of the manner. It means that if it could be Gintu talking about, oh, this kind of the people have gone to them and have just went to their home, I could be talking about, no, get this kind of the person, no, get him, no. But the fact is it's coming. It's very slowly. And when we come out exactly to mention how the things are going, it means that it's just giving us a very hectic moment and also giving a hectic moment to our family. But who is God? God is not longer wearing some of the shorts and so here. We are making sure that everything is making a progress. So here we go, guys, and back to the normal culture. And here we have the bricks. And always I talk about this kind of the bricks here. They are more than 8,000 bricks here because I used some, and there are more like 8,000 bricks here because I gave my brother a little bit, and the remaining here, there are so many here. So I'm still ongoing with the pursuing with the formation of the bricks. But Gashagwa and Faida, they're still formulating the bricks for Mogesi, because he's talking about I need less bricks because of the construction. It doesn't need much of the bricks there. So what is coming out is to mean that they're gonna be coming back because of now it's now a sunny time, because it has already, it's sunny, guys, and I'm telling this as a fact, it's sunny. So how the things are moving forward is to make sure that everything is covered where necessary and how it should be so necessary by time. So here, as you can just check this kind of the area, it has been formulated more than 30,000 bricks here. So we're gonna be squeezing to the downer sides here to make sure that that's why we took off I talk about the cassava from here, so as you can have this area to have all of this section subjected unto it. I've seen much of the things are still going good, and we're gonna be making sure that everything is adding up. Despite of the challenges that they should be there, they are there, and we are making a different change. And this is a change that it's gonna be coming with the perimeter wall. So the perimeter wall gonna be coming and linking from where this kind of the madhouse is and joining to this kind of there. I talk about the perimeter wall that is here, that it was for the chicken production there. So that is the main aim that we're gonna be making sure that we are moving forward despite how the things gonna be coming. So whenever the quotation gonna be out, I'm gonna be just talking about, oh, the quotation is out, and people will just make sure that everything is going good and the material should start democratizing onto the area with an immediate effect. So for the bricks here, the firewoods are available, and they're still waiting for the bricks to reach at its own brim time, and we start the talk about the burning of the bricks here. So the firewood is for the cooking and using in the kitchen time at home here. Exactly. So again, guys, I was ever talking about I'm gonna be having talk about a tank in a way that it's gonna be handling much of we can talk about this kind of the water that's coming from the G Castle, from the top of the G Castle. So the tank, it should just be here because I was getting much of the architecture, the people, the engineers, to tell me if it could be so effective. It should be further than they're talking about like 7 feet and above from the foundation of the house. So that's why I want to formulate it here to make sure that we are digging here a very big hole that's going to be constructed from down to the upper section to make sure that everything is adding it up. So as inside here, we're going to be checking inside here what's really happening to the G Castle here, because the movement is going on, and already we have much of the steels here. I'll talk about the square tubes. These are the square tubes of these are 1 by 1, and we can talk about 1 by 1 by 1.5 mm. It's a very heavy steel, and it costs 1,200 Kenya shillings per each. That is the fact, which is approximately I can check. Approximately, let me check here. 1,200 125. It's a 9.6. It's a 9.6 US dollars per each which is they're now 35 with the T, they're called I don't know, T angles here, and also we have I don't know which is called, I don't know what bar, flat bar, they are here. So they are a heavy gauge. I'm using a heavy gauge rods here to make sure that we are even formulating very good windows from this kind of the position. So we have these are called what? The 5 kg manufacture and quality system material group golden bridge, it's called a golden bridge welding electrodes. Yeah, welding electrodes. So we have 2 boxes here, and we have much of very many things here. So as the cutting discs here, they're even here, so as we can just have the work of the windows coming on very fantastic. So we have the cutting discs, they are here, and there are 2 of them. I think they're gonna be serving so equitably. So we have even we can talk about this is a paint and a brush. It's there also to make sure that we are starting up the work with an immediate effect of when the welders will arrive here. So this is R16, and I don't know where it's gonna be used because it's a small stuff, and maybe it's the one that's gonna be used in terms of a rounding where you should enter your hand so as you can just access inside. I think it's the one that is being rounded all around so as it can just have, but it's so hard, and it's not like the I talk about the D16s here. So it's smooth, the way it is, very smooth and very expensive, guys. And the tiles have remained here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 boxes here, and one a bundle of the metallic strips here. And the guy is continuing to make sure that these are called the blocks are coming out. Bro, how are you?
I'm fine.
Everything is. Yeah, how many blocks do you need, man?
Oh, around 55 there.
Around 55 there. Yeah. Or to finish only the other side?
Yeah, the back one.
Or the back side?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna be starting tomorrow?
Yeah, but yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because they will be ready.
They will be ready. Yeah. So it's a one day?
Yeah.
And do you water them?
Yeah, in the next morning.
Oh, the next morning.
Why water them and then
you serve them?
we serve them.
Exactly. Yeah. So today you're gonna finish 50?
Yeah, of course.
Today?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be coming out late here? So how many are you right now? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 1 2 3 4 you are. So you are in number 34.
Yeah.
So 16 to go. Fantastic. So like to get 50, you're gonna be having less moment here because the sand is sanding here. Everything is so fantastic. So let's go on with the work. So as I accelerate to the top, so as I can just check what is happening to the top side here, so as I can just bring you one-on-one live coverage on where have you reached and how are we moving and in which kind of the pace, because wow, yeah, but guys, the sun is sunning. It is sunning so properly, and it's hitting like something else. This is what now they call solar. Exactly. So hey, today you have democratized. How are you, man? Everything is good. Yeah. You are cooking here a little bit.
Yes.
Do you know how to cook, man?
Yeah,
are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
What do you like cooking, man?
Make and cook.
What?
All kind of food.
Which kind of food?
Like.
Do you know how to cook oyster?
Oh?
Do you know how to serve oyster?
Oyster. What is I don't know that.
You said every kind of food you know.
Not this local.
Oh, local.
Yeah.
Hey, say local greens here. Putting some tomatoes and mixing and stirring, then you serve.
Yes.
Exactly. Everything is good now?
Yeah.
So I see you are making sure that the cement doesn't dry.
Yeah.
So it should be kept wet every time.
Yeah.
Exactly. So tailings, they're good to go. Hey bro, how are you, man? I see. Hey. You are coming here. It's like you are in Zido inaitwango aje? Exercise. Ndio Zido. Yeah, Zido is an exercise here.
Yeah, so guys, today's the work of today is to make sure that this kind of the area is placed the tile. So right now you can just check on how it's looking from this kind of an area. It means that now it's now appearing and appealing to all the people, whoever they're gonna be passing here, because we have this is the main road to the down there. So we have a road that is passing there, footpath road, and also where the cars gonna be penetrating from. So whenever people can just be passing here, so we have so much of the ice penetrating east, west, and south here, and making sure that everything is so fantastic. So as you can just check here, guys, everything is adding up from the inside here to the outside there. It's now appealing and appearing so fantastic. So this is how it's looking like, and making sure that everything is so fantastic. So wow. So this is the corner here. It's going to be going to the far end. So even here, guys, it's going to be placed in and out and out. And even, hey, guys, we need more tiles going to be democalizing here to make sure that we are serving everything very fantastic. So right now, I think, guys, whenever we're going to be just having the finishing point here, because of this side here, it's going to be having much of electricity. I'll talk about the pipings that are passing down here. It's going to be placed the tiles whenever it comes to the decoration of the deck, on top of the deck. So it's going to be put the tiles, all of it, to make sure that it's going to be serving whenever you're going to be coming to the upstairs here, so they can just have some grilling, some 2-3 things of the grilling here. We're going to be putting here some of the talk about it, going to be serving like a layout. So as you can just put here some of your stuffs here, and having your jiko at and making sure the marination is doing very fantastic. So they are going slow but sure, because this kind of a space for it to be placed this kind of a tile, so it cannot come down. It should be very placed with a very fantastic moment, so as it cannot have any kind of the problem for it to get down. So, oh, I see they're having a bridge here, so it means that they're going to be going round. And these are the stuff that I was talking about. They're going to be acting like a bridge here. So whenever you're going to be stepping here, there's no much of hesitation of the moment upside here. So this is what is going on. And hey, bro, yep. Everything is good? Yeah. There's no shenanigans. No. So I asked about, you're going to be giving it the contention of the perimeter wall?
Yeah, after work. After
work, yeah. Exactly. So you're gonna be giving me, and I'm gonna be showing, because I have to show him one-on-one where the space is provided, and making sure that the perimeter wall gonna be passing. So keep it tuned, keep it locked, because much of the things are gonna be coming to you live, and it's one-on-one. So I think this kind of the stuff's gonna be formulated here much, because we need them. Because even whenever we're going to be having the perimeter wall that we're going to be coming and be raised in terms of the breaching, it means that we're going to be placing this these stuffs like the way here it's just placed here, because we need even the classic wall. It's not like that, oh, it's for security, oh, it should be just shagarabagara, cornering. You don't want to have such kind of a swamp perimeter wall that's passing like a snake. No, it should be just straight. Better to leave the other position in and out, but we should have a very straight perimeter wall that we're going to be passing. So as far as everything is in concern, we are eyeing forward to have everything done in a very fantastic way, in a very decent way, and this is how we're going to be going forward. And to the real fact of the time is we are having much of the hard time here, and oh, you yeah, use that one, man. No problem. Yeah. So I was talking about we are having a very hard time here, and the climate now is changing, because it was so sunning, but now the climate is changing. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm quite fine.
Everything is good?
Yeah.
You are posing here a little bit?
Yeah, you know, I took enough of cholesterol.
Oh, cholesterol.
There are some people who didn't take enough cholesterol. That's why they are walking when they are chewing their teeth. Oh. So be careful with those people.
Okay.
They are chewing their teeth whenever they are going. But those people who take a calf that takes enough cholesterol,
okay,
the calf will be fat.
Yeah, cholesterol.
Cholesterol.
Cholesterol is the first milk of whenever maybe is happening even to the parents also.
Of course, yes, because that's the thing which we started from the previous days, from our ancestors.
Yeah.
They took enough.
Yeah. Cholesterol.
Correct.
Exactly. So you're here pausing a little bit.
Yeah.
Any problem?
I don't have it. I'm just seeing my young ones working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mesmerizing here a little bit, and it's a cool area.
You know that the calf that takes enough correct will be taking the outcome from a calf
Yeah.
that has sucked a mother.
Yeah.
And there's enough correct.
Exactly.
Now you see the outcoming is different. Yeah.
Exactly. That is what we are just gaining here a little bit in terms of agriculture, and everything is adding up the way we just go forward. So we are mesmerizing yourself, and also it's just a little bit having a little bit of a pause here and making sure that everything is fantastic and adding up. Here we go, and the G Castle is moving very fantastic, as you can just check from this kind of the area. It has not yet appealed to the outer cover yet, but because we are finishing from the inside of I talk about the upper side, making sure that the upper side inside of the iron sheets, where it's just a hidden one, making sure that it's being covered with much of the tiles whenever they're going to be carving, to cover it outside here with much of the tiles going to be coming. And I've just talked about we're going to be having the welding commencing here, because the welding that we're going to be coming, it will be making sure that they're welding all the rods that are going to be passing, and having some security at the deck there to make sure that security is preserved into that kind of the position, which is a very fantastic moment that we are looking for. And also whenever the windows will be just be welded here, because I decided to talk about everything will be welded here, because we have to cut the matter short. Talk about whenever they'll come, they'll use my own electricity, they'll use all my stuff. The only thing they're going to be coming with is making sure that it's coming with a machine, only a machine, and his own skills and knowledge, so as he can just come and perform the duty here. So it seems that everything gonna be handled with care here. So there's no much of hesitation talking about, no, you have taken long. No, I'll be there checking. This is the start day. This is how we are starting, and this is the kind of the windows we need. And if it doesn't fit, you will just be here to talk about, no, this one doesn't fit. Let's check on another way. Or this one, it fits here, and we have much of the top masons here. They're gonna be making sure that they're the ones who are talking about, oh, 2 windows are already. They're gonna be fixing them. So that is how we're gonna be moving forward and making sure that everything is fantastic. So guys, this kind of the perimeter wall, it's gonna be taking out this kind of the tree here. It's gonna be taken out, and I'm making sure that the perimeter wall is passing through here and getting. This is the main gate here. This is where the main gate is. I talked about this kind of a tree that looks like whitish is a hardwood tree here. This is where the main gate should be, and making sure that we are cutting the whole round. It's going to be cutting through here, and the fish ponds will be in, but the greens will be out of the compound. But the fish ponds here, they're going to be formulated inside of the G Castle, and it's going to be going to the far end and turning back to those kind of the houses there and joining the other wall that is at the far end. So everything now going to be shifting back. So when the perimeter wall gonna be passing through this kind of the position, it means that we're gonna be having much of the house being formulated down and having much of the time coming in. So this is how we're gonna be getting forward and making sure that everything is so fantastic. Wagwan. Everything is good.
Everything's good.
Today you are looking so cladding, man.
Sure.
Hey, where are you coming from, man?
I come to greet you, bro.
You come to greet me.
I come to see the real G.
The real G. Hey,
How is,
Wagwan, man. Everything
going?
is good. Everything is good here, man.
Yeah.
And we are going forward. Everything has to go forward. Despite the 2-3 challenges here.
You have come tall.
No, who?
Yeah, you.
I become tall.
Yeah.
It's because of I talk about the exercise.
You are excessive.
Every time, my friend.
Are you in a marathon or you are doing what?
Right now I don't have that kind of the stupidity again.
You are okay?
Yeah. Carry just carry good.
I'm just watching the video.
You are watching the video now?
Yeah, I decided today let me come because I have been busy weeding my shamba. I have not finished.
You are still weeding?
Yeah, I'm still weeding.
Okay, and the fertilization?
I'm just putting the fertilizer, then weeding.
Okay, fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm available, and I'm just having this kind of the video a little bit to come out, and everything gonna be coming. So
Can I
good.
have a time with you after your video?
Okay, I'm gonna be coming.
Wagwan.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be coming. So guys, we are ongoing to make sure that everything is getting forward. So this, hey, maraba mambo, muko fiti? Munaenda wapi? Huh? Munaenda nyumbani? Maxi, everything is good? Bye. Amuru unataka aje? Kupatie kakumi. Ai, hata siri kama kako. Oh, unaenda kununua nini? PP? Huh? Utaona? Ah, yeah. So the children here, they want the black palms here, but mine they're over. But to other people, you know, we have the season for every kind of the tree. So much of the children do come here to make sure that we are getting much of the things forward. So we are ongoing to make sure that everything is so fantastic. So guys, we're going to be having much of the achievements here, and everything going to be coming so good and so fantastic as we continue with our vibe of today. And this is the moment that we talk about we have to go forward despite the challenges and despite the hula baloos of here and there. Everything has to come to you live, which is one-on-one. So let's get forward and make the things happen more clearly as we emphasize that we are in a safer position, because there's no much of the time to talk about we are safe until you make sure that you are safe, you alone, and make sure that you alone you are safe. That's the point that you talk about you are safe. But right now it's just the hula baloos of running here and there, like squirrels here and there being chased with some dogs here. That is the fact on what is just getting out. But when we come to the real fact of the time, we have to make sure that everything is adding up in a way we need for us to go forward. So keep it tuned. I'm going to be checking on the other methods for us to have much of the things coming to you live, which is one-on-one, and keep it locked, because much of the things are still coming. Because if we can check that the walling is not good from the top of the G castle there, we can just decide to have the wall starting from down here and going to the far end, because we need a very strategized walling, which is the perimeter wall that's gonna be so decent, and it's gonna be making sure that it's prevailing the security pattern the way we need. Apart from having much of the intruders, they're going to be having a warning, and we're going to be putting a warning, we can call it a warning staff, or a warning alert, or an alertment that they're so, and we're going to be having some German Shepherd or Pit Bull. Somebody can talk about which is the best between the Pit Bull and German Shepherd, so as you can just know which kind of a dog is so fantastic for us to have in our own security department here. So the other one going to be whenever we want to comment, we can just go to the comment section and you can just write a Pit Bull or the German Shepherd, so you can just know which is the best dog for us to use. And I'm going to be knowing at the last which kind of the dog are going to be purchasing and going to be in security. So you're going to be not prevail outside for the people to know what Ginto has just to uptake and how the things are going to be coming. But everything going to be assured unto you, and they're going to be updating you what is going to be coming right now. And this is how we go.